It's a bold title for this video, but I want to quickly dive into how accurate it is. It's not clickbait. It's not for fun. It's not just trying to be clever. It's not that I don't have a roof over my head, but I am deeply uncomfortable. My nervous system, as of late, has been an absolute wreck, and it's been very difficult to sleep. It's been difficult to focus and really be present, and I'm very much in fight or flight mode. And to get right to it, if you've seen any of my other videos, for the better part of the last year, I was the sole operator of a small trash collection, like premium trash collection company, and I would go to residences, almost 300 of them a week, and pick everything up by hand. And it's starting to rain. Curious how that'll sound. And I kicked ass at that job, even though I hated that job. And I stayed as long as I did because the pay was decent, but more so I was trying to gain equity in that company. I wanted to do things that were investing in my financial future and freedom. And last month, I was in talks with somebody about an acquisition of that company with a plan to get me to having 40% equity over the next 4 years. And that's something that I was very interested in and invested in. And when that acquisition fell through, it was right around the time that my paychecks started to bounce once again, so not the first time. And my account that should have had $3,500 in it had negative a couple $100 in it. And I made the call to leave, rightfully so. And that in itself isn't the kicker here. It's the fact that I had started seeing somebody who was 2.5 hours south of where I was living, and she encouraged me to leave because she did not like that situation at all with the company I was with, and to move in with her. And that was a bold decision, and it was pretty rapid. And in hindsight, it was the wrong move. And it's not because of necessarily who this person is, because I am in love with this person. But and I will be honest, she would admit this as well, I'm sure, and a little bit more emphasis on her side, she's not in a place where she's ready and able to share a space with someone. And that was one of the bigger things we've run into. There's other factors as well, tying into traumas and such, and insecurities and what have you, on both sides. And ultimately, we've decided to end the relationship. She's decided to end the relationship. And we don't know if it is ending for good, but we do know we need to back off and give each other some space. And here's where it gets really tricky. I've got thousands of dollars in my bank account, but I left my job to move. And before I was able to acquire new work, I'm now being put in a position to move once again. I let go of my apartment that I had. I had a 1-bedroom, nice place. I let go of my apartment because I was trying to recoup the security deposit if I wasn't going to be there. And I feel like I'm stuck in a trap where I can't get a new apartment even though I have money to put down because they want proof of employment and I can't get the employment because I don't know where the hell I'm going to be living. And I have been applying all over the state of Vermont. I've applied to all over in this county as far as like trying to find an apartment. I've applied in New Hampshire, and I've applied to a bunch of places in the greater Boston area because that is where my son is located primarily, and I want to be closer to him more often. And even though I've got money, I don't have enough money to do that. And I don't have work lined up yet because I don't know where the hell I'm going to be living. And I just feel like it's a rock and a hard place situation where it's hard to figure out where to even begin. And then I understand this is the least of the priorities, dear viewer. But then I am also grieving the relationship. I'm heartbroken at the same time, and it's very challenging. And in the midst of all it too, you know, her and I are still navigating the fact that we are still sharing a space. We're not sharing a bed, but we're sharing a living space, and it's not easy. And I'm also fearful that if we continue to push that longer than absolutely necessary, it will be harmful to any future plans or longevity here. And I don't have a solution, and I am grinding and working so hard to try to find one, and I am thinking outside the box, and I am actively working on it. And this is honestly, before my phone dies, this is honestly just a video acknowledging that I'm scared, and it's really hard, and I don't know what's happening next, and I don't want to live